Hi folks, welcome to episode 5 of our video series on this cedar strip canoe build from Al's Canoe Kalamazoo. Today we're going to go over how we took cedar boards and milled them down to the strips that we're going to be using for the hull of the boat. If you've seen our previous episodes, we took a similar approach for the strips used on the inner and outer stems, but these bigger, heavier cedar boards do present a few other challenges that we're going to need to tackle.
Okay, we're getting ready to rip our cedar boards down to our 1/4-inch strips. I've got my table saw set up with this feather board, so it'll help feed through that board. And then my fence is set to 1/4 inch. Down at the end, we've got a table set up to feed the boards through, and then I'm just going to leave them down on the tarp when they're all done. Kind of keep it off the ground, keep them clean, and feed them up from the garage side. This is my friend Jake. Say hi, Jake.
Hi.
All right, let's give it a try. Our raw materials for this job are cedar boards that are 16 feet long and 3/4 of an inch thick. The main physical challenge of working with boards this size is dealing with the weight and being careful to keep it flat to both the table and the fence while feeding it through at a steady pace. Going to be on you to keep it from sliding, swinging.
Yeah, swinging away. The hard thing is walking it, right? Because I have to move forward at a reasonable rate.
Yeah.
And I can't just like, what do I do? Like being on this side, I can't really pull it, but if I can...
Which side were you on?
Huh?
Like you had the board here or here?
So I was holding it like this,
Okay.
but I think if I was on this side, then my left hand can apply pressure toward the blade. Because when I was on this side, I was really just, I'd have to take my right hand over my own body.
Yeah, but I wonder if you're standing on this side, if you can sightline the fence more easily. And so,
I see.
like,
Yeah,
inside.
that's kind of true.
Yeah. Probably just a fire.
Do you want to do anything for holding this down, or do you feel like it's okay? Because I feel like when we're pushing, sometimes it'll lift just a little bit. Cool.
Okay, so we're most of the way through our first board. We got a lot of strips cut. I have to talk to Al about where he's sourcing this wood because I was worried about this problem. We're breaking a lot of these strips where the knots are, so we're gonna end up with a lot of short pieces. I do have a handful of full-length pieces as well, fortunately, but we'll see. When it comes time to build the hull, we might have to just scarf some pieces together, but we'll make it work. Next we're going to put on a new feather board and try to finish off this piece of cedar. Through this part of the video, you can see us struggling with the featherboard that we added to the base of the table saw. It seemed like a good idea, but after several passes through the saw, the board was getting a little wider at one end compared to the other, and that caused more and more binding as we fed the board through. In the end, it turned out to be easiest and most effective just to guide it by hand, but you do need to be extremely careful about where you put your fingers. Okay, one board down. Ended up really skinny on one side. And like, oh, almost half an inch thick on the other side. So, you know, can't get perfect. Hopefully it doesn't show up too much in the actual strips. Yeah. We'll see how it goes on the second and third boards now. Alright, all three boards are cut. We have 35 full-length strips and then quite a few others that broke on the knots. We'll see what we can do with those, scarfing them together. But the 35 full-length ought to get us quite a bit in the middle of the boat. And we'll see what we got to do from there. I expect I'm going to need to get some more wood because that's not going to come close to the total width of the boat, so, but it's a good start. And by the way, I did save a jar full of that sawdust. That'll come in handy later. I can mix that with some epoxy to make some fillings for gaps and holes in the boat. So shouldn't need too much, but we got plenty.
So everything you just saw was from day one, which is about 5 hours of work. I did go back and bought 2 more cedar boards for a total of 5. Cut those down the other day with help from my cousin Luke. Big shout out to him, thanks a lot. Sorry I didn't get you on camera, maybe next time. And also I did get permission from Al to pick up a nice 9-foot piece of walnut that we can use for like a dark accent color to go along with the cedar. Did have to buy that out of pocket, but I'm just excited to see those colors come together. It's gonna look really nice. Next episode, we're going to go over planing the strips down to a consistent thickness, and probably we'll have time, we'll go over the routing of the cove and bead as well. So looking forward to that. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.